The flicker of the void. Hour zero. Imagine the moment. The global internet goes dark. The constant hum of data that underpins our modern world simply ceases. The lights on your router flicker and die. Your phone, a sleek portal to a universe of information, becomes a silent, disconnected brick. For one full day, a digital blackout descends upon much of the planet. Communication lines are severed, the cloud evaporates. In this unprecedented silence, we must ask a critical question. How would our financial systems react to the sudden absence of their lifeblood? The old guard of banking, the new frontier of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. This is a thought experiment, a what-if story exploring hidden fragilities and surprising strengths. The initial shockwave of the outage is immediate and profound. At hour zero, the world's information machine grinds to a halt. News websites freeze with outdated headlines. The crypto conundrum, chains without a connection. Now let us turn our attention specifically to the world of cryptocurrency. Bitcoin, Ethereum, thousands of other digital assets, built upon a distributed network, a global collective of computers, nodes. Nodes must constantly communicate to validate transactions, and maintain a shared, immutable ledger. The blockchain. The internet is the primary medium, the superhighway. A transaction from Tokyo, confirmed by miners in Iceland, recorded on nodes in Buenos Aires within minutes. When the superhighway is suddenly closed, the global conversation stops. Most nodes lose contact with their peers. New global transactions break. Online exchanges are forced to freeze activity. The survival of a blockchain during a widespread internet blackout is not purely a matter of chance. It is design and preparation. Forward-thinking developers and companies are building backup systems that do not rely on the conventional internet. One of the most promising solutions is satellite communication. Satellites broadcast the Bitcoin blockchain from orbit. Anyone with a small satellite dish can download this data and stay synchronized, and even broadcast transactions back up to satellite. This satellite infrastructure is a vital lifeline. Bandwidth is lower and the process slower than fiber, but globally accessible. Miners and full node operators with satellite links could keep receiving and transmitting blocks across continents. That maintains a single authoritative transaction history and prevents fragmentation. It is a slow but steady heartbeat for a network in crisis. Another powerful concept is the mesh network. Mesh networks let devices connect directly, forming chains without a central ISP. In a city, transaction data can hop device to device until it reaches a node with an outside link like a satellite. This enables resilient local economies and peer-to-peer payments. While the cryptocurrency world grapples with its unique challenges, the traditional financial system would face its own severe crisis. Modern banking and stock markets are marvels of digital efficiency, built upon constant, secure internet connectivity. When that foundation is removed, the entire edifice begins to show cracks. Stock exchanges have sophisticated electronic trading systems that would immediately halt, with circuit breakers pausing trading. An internet outage would trigger these protocols, freezing the market to prevent panic and chaos. The banking sector's plumbing would also become critically clogged. Banks rely on private networks and secure messaging systems to move trillions daily, increasingly integrated with internet-based protocols. A widespread outage would slow critical payment and settlement systems to a crawl. Clearinghouses might stop accepting new trades until connectivity and certainty are restored. This creates a liquidity crunch. Money exists, but cannot move where needed. For traders and investment firms, the lack of real-time price feeds is a catastrophic failure. Automated trading strategies would shut down or operate on stale, incorrect information, leading to massive potential losses. A stop loss might fail to execute because systems cannot confirm price or connect to the exchange. This failure can turn manageable losses into devastating ones, creating a cascade of risk throughout the ecosystem. The first few hours of our 24-hour outage are defined by pure chaos and confusion. Screens go dark, communication channels fail, an information vacuum forms, quickly filled by fear. Initial price indications are erratic and unreliable. People rush for physical assets, primarily cash. ATMs on local backups become focal points. In crypto, savvy users try to move coins off exchanges to hardware wallets, but broadcasting transactions is impossible for most. Assets feel trapped, panic rises. By hour 8, glimmers of resilience emerge, contingency plans and backups start to work. A few satellite nodes begin relaying transaction data. Bitcoin transactions trickle through. the blockchain maintains a slow, steady pulse. Some exchanges with redundant links reopen extremely limited trading. Urban mesh networks flicker to life, enabling localized peer-to-peer payments. The most critical lesson from this hypothetical blackout is the profound importance of redundancy. Any system that relies on a single pathway for a critical function is inherently fragile. The moment that single path is disrupted, the entire system fails. Survivors were systems with multiple diverse pathways. For crypto, build out more satellite nodes, promote adoption of mesh networking technology, encourage users to run full nodes to maintain local copies of the ledger. Transparency mitigates panic. In a crisis, uncertainty is the enemy. Institutions with pre-published outage playbooks maintain confidence. If users know when trading halts and how funds are secured, they are less likely to panic. Regulators must communicate how markets will be managed and when they will reopen. Human ingenuity adapts. Disable risky automation. Double down on offline tools. Sign offline. Queue for broadcast when a link appears. Economic activity finds a way. Resilience has limits. So, what should we do now, in the calm before any potential storm? Do not live in fear. Take deliberate, practical steps to strengthen our systems. Build and support backup pathways. Invest in satellite and mesh technologies. Treat them as critical public infrastructure, not a hobby. Encourage independent blockchain nodes to improve distribution and resilience. Banks must test private backups and ensure manual procedures are deployable. Practice for failure. Conduct regular, unannounced drills across exchanges and processors. Prioritize education, self-custody, secure key storage, offline signing. This scenario is a mirror, alarming fragility from internet dependence, inspiring resilience from decentralization. The goal is readiness. When a dark hour comes, the lights come back on faster. Systems recover smoothly. Trust remains intact. If this was insightful, please like this video. Subscribe to Express EconGeoFinance Insights. Tell us in the comments, what is the very first thing you would do if the internet was completely dark?